Good morning, YouTube. Oh, okay, I had a little feedback, so I fixed my sound. Um, anyway, I thought I'd share a layout process with you. This is for the SNL challenge. Maggie Milo and Oh Snap Gonzo, or Lisa and Sandra. They have a Facebook page that is called Will Craft for Supplies, and they're having a design team call, I guess, or challenge. And so I pulled some really old product. The the white paper with the polka dots and the stripes that you see is basic gray, and it's from their basics white and black paper pack. And I think I got that at convention here. Oh my goodness, it had to be probably 3 or 4 years ago, at least, maybe longer. And I'm just inking the edges here for some texture. The background is the Heidi Swapp Sugar Chic, so I think I got that last year. But part of what their Facebook page and challenges are about is using up old product and using your stash and not shopping as much and kind of limiting and budgeting. And so it's a really good thing to do. And I tried to do that with this stuff. Now the Teresa Collins overlay I just put on top of the black and white. And I mainly stick with black and white with a little hint of red. And using the center of the Sugar Chic that I had cut out to mat the photo on, and just pouring in a couple of Project Life cards that I got in a Studio Calico kit back when I did their Project Life subscription. At first I started with both, and then I just went to the one, and now I don't do either at this point. And now I do Scraptastic. So I'm Freckled Fawn because I'm embellishment crazed. My punch there, I almost forgot. I mean, I did forget about that punch. It's a Fisker's punch. It's one of the first ones I bought, and it has to be 10 years old, if not older. I think I started scrapbooking in 1998. And of course, I started with Creative Memories Party, and it just got me hooked, and I started doing it ever since. And I'm just putting down the layers there. I'm happy with placement. And then these stickers are so old, I had trouble getting them off of the page. But I don't even know if you remember, these are glittery, and they're called Scribbles. And they're made by KI. And they're called Scribble Glitter Borders. And I thought, well, I'll just use a ton of those. I fiddle with trying to connect the Tuesday there, and I end up just drawing it in. But I thought, well, she cheers every day, so I'll just put every day of the week on there. And I realized I didn't have a Saturday, so I had to stop at Friday. And then Wednesday kind of ran into the picture, so I fiddle with it as well. But I just thought I will use these up and get them out of my stash. They were in a really old, I've got a Creative Memories carry bag that I used to take to crops, and it has super old stickers and letter stickers, and it's been in the back of my closet forever. So I thought this would be a great challenge for me to utilize some of it. In fact, I'll go on to use some of the Creative Memory classic letter stickers in black for the date, and also some Stickopotamus letter stickers. And I think I got those the first year that I scrapbooked, so they're from like 1998. And I didn't have a wide variety left in the classic black, but I just did the date. And this ribbon is from Recollections, and I couldn't even tell you how many years old it is. I know I've had it for it's been at least 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, because I don't remember buying it. I didn't know I had it. It's been in my bag of cheer embellishments, and so have these other stickers. The big game, those are 3D dimensional stickers, and the helmet and the one that says the big game, I don't have any of the packaging left, and I don't know who made these laser cuts that I'm about to cut out either. I think I got them at convention probably 5+ years ago, and they were in my cheer box, as well as the one that says team, that's made out of plastic. And I don't have the name of them either. So I think the one that says team is, like when you go to Michael's and they have those little plastic dimensional buttons. I forget what they call who the company is, but you can get like a little pack of themed buttons, and that's where the team came from. And I don't know, they've been around forever, so you may actually still be able to buy something like that, but I quit buying those a long time ago. And I do use quite a few of these laser cuts. I'm trying to remember that booth that's always in the front with all the laser cuts. D&L lasers or D&S lasers or something like that. But they make the big 12 by 12 lasers too, that you can get the laser cut out, like whole 12 by 12 setup with the cutout frames and everything. So that's really old. But I loved making this page. The zebra button was one that I had, and I actually still had it on the packaging, and it's called Coordinates by Lamode, and I'm sure I picked that up back when I was quilting. And then the grosgrain ribbon in white there is one that we use for cheer everything. We tie up our little sleeves and ribbon in our hair. And oh, now this was fun. I really dug deep for these. I don't remember who made these, but they're little letter buttons. So I have so few and mixed in that I could really only put her initials. So I put those inside one of the little blocks on the Project Life card. And I'm putting really old buttons. This was before all the companies like Doodlebug and all these cute little companies started making buttons. The letter buttons were some of the first out in the scrapbook market. So I had started collecting buttons when I was a little girl, and went out and bought this art bin and started separating them, because I had buttons from my grandmother and from my mother, because everybody sewed in my family, and some of them are really ugly and old. And then I started collecting buttons for scrapbooking, so there's kind of a mix of new and old in there. Well, I say new. I haven't bought buttons in probably 5 to 7 years at least, because I have so many. Those art bins are full, and it was kind of like a throwback into, wow, I can't believe all these buttons and how much fun I had separating them. And just let you know how little of the Creative Memories letters I had left. The 2013, the O is, the 0 is actually an O, and the 1 is actually an I. So I couldn't even make 2013 out of them. But I managed, and I think it looks cool like that, actually. So the Stick of Promise letters are just white, and that's her high school, Berkner High School, where she cheered, initials. And some of the glitter rhinestones from my freckled fawn. And then here is the super throwback. I don't know if they make these. I'm sure they don't. I don't even know if this company's in business anymore, but it's called Magnetic Poetry Beads. And by magneticpoetry.com is what the label says. It's in a tube. And it's just I remember when I was at convention probably 10 years ago and they had these, and I thought they were the coolest thing ever. And they're so thick. It's going to be interesting how it sits in my scrapbook. But I may have to actually make it separate. But because I do have like set up a basket where I do some of my thicker layouts so they don't get crushed. But these are literally probably a quarter of an inch thick, and I just use some words that are appropriate for cheer, like ready, set, y'all, or yell. Her life is down there in the bottom, and that's what I end up just calling the layout. And so I'll show you there. You can see how thick they are. And that's a dimensional chipboard 3D element next to it. So I had a lot of fun with this challenge. It was really cool, and I don't think it looks like old product once it's on there and you do it in the style that's new for, as you evolve. I think it turned out great, actually. I'm very happy with it. So I hope Sandra and Lisa like it too. And there's some still shots here at the end, as usual, and some close-ups. And I hope y'all have a good weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.